This video describes the processes and tools to be used for gathering evidence of learning for assessment and evaluation from conversations. Now that many teachers are teaching in a virtual learning environment, we are realizing that it makes sense not to rely solely on products for gathering evidence of learning, seeing as those products were likely made when we weren't together with our students. We still want students to be producing these items, but it also makes sense to use conversations to gather evidence of learning. The processes described in this video apply to all teachers, kindergarten to 12. We're not going to review the entire assessment, evaluation, and reporting process. We're looking specifically at the last stages where we're going to use assessment conversations guided by the achievement chart and collect evidence of learning using a variety of tools from those conversations. The achievement chart is very handy when guiding these learning conversations with our students. And again, for all divisions, they have the same large categories: knowledge and understanding, thinking, communication, and application. With the achievement chart in mind, learning consultants work together to choose an overall expectation to focus on for demonstration purposes. We chose an overall expectation from the language curriculum, and this one in particular is very similar throughout the divisions. You can open up the language curriculum in high school, junior, intermediate, primary, and some version of this overall expectation appears. Create a variety of media texts for different purposes and audiences using appropriate forms, conventions, and techniques. We then chose one specific expectation to help us focus when writing our learning goal. The learning goal we wrote together was choose and draft 2 different media forms to convey the same message to a specific audience using familiar tools and evaluate the effectiveness of each. We were really strategic when we added the word evaluate to this learning goal. That enables us to use all of the categories of the achievement chart when we're evaluating this particular learning goal. When asked 100 teachers whether or not all the achievement chart categories were going to be covered when looking at this particular learning goal, and 91% of them said yes. We can evaluate communication, application, thinking, knowledge and understanding through this learning goal. Together with students, success criteria was created. They had opportunities to practice, get feedback, practice, self-assess, edit, revise. Then, when the teachers were ready, we were able to prepare for a learning conversation about the products that were created. So the achievement chart criteria were listed, and rather than just sitting down for an impromptu discussion with students, discussion prompts and questions were generated in relation to the achievement chart criteria so that we were gathering really specific information for evaluation and reporting. And you can see the questions here, how they relate to each of those categories of the achievement chart. Our goal was to make this process as efficient and quick as possible, as we are now, as usual, facing another reporting period very shortly. So we have created Google Sheets for some quick documentation where those achievement chart categories that relate to those questions are listed across the top of a Google Sheet, and drop-down menus were added so that for each student, you could quickly, as you're asking them each question, choose which evaluation they deserve for each category of the achievement chart. Achievement chart Google Sheets were created for language, science, and math. Links are provided here. You're able to copy these sheets and adapt them to meet your needs. You can also use these models to create sheets for different subjects. A quick note for kindergarten year 1 and 2 teachers, similar processes can be used for focusing on conversations around the 4 frames. We're really good at using observation and documenting that anecdotally, but in an online learning environment, you might want to find ways to capture learning conversations as well. To facilitate that, we have created a Google form where you're able to capture evidence of learning from any conversation with a kindergarten student. If you are interested in using this form, please email me, hmichel, HMICHEL, @PVNC, and I will share this Google form with you.